And I'm back. Let me fix this a little bit. I think it's a little bit far. There you go. It's a little bit better. So, I've been waiting for weeks. And I mean weeks to brag about this. And finally, I have it. Here you go. It's time to brag. I have it upside down. I don't care. I love fantasy freaking football. And I'm going to gloat about it for at least 10 minutes. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
There you go. Now it's tied down. Now it can't go anywhere. And I still have it upside down. I don't care. I don't care if it's upside down. You know why? Because I'm the fucking champ. And, to be honest, I did not expect to get a belt. I believe I should give you a whole, I should give you a whole bunch of context on this whole thing and why it actually matters. Usually you'd be like, hey, Dario, you just want a little competition. Who cares? I care. But there's a reason why I care, and I mean a lot. So I'm going to go through all the context, but before I get into it, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World. Also, follow me on YouTube and on Twitch. That's where I do all my live streams. And if you want to check out this video later, if you want to see me, being stuck on this belt, you can find the video to load itself up on YouTube later on today. I'm assuming so. All right, so there you go. That's where you can find it. Super Dario World, all that stuff. Cool. So, why is this so important? Why is this so great? Why is this so magnificent? Well, for starters, let's go back to the beginning. So, for those of you who don't know, I work at a radio station called Rock 105.3. This radio station is owned by a company called iHeartMedia. So, the iHeartMedia people decided, you know what, we're going to do our own fantasy football league, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a whole bunch of experts and stuff, and it'll be fun. So only iHeartMedia employees can be a part of this league. I had never been invited to be a part of said league. Honestly, I didn't really care that much. I played one with my cousins that was free, and the only reason why I was there is because I hated the rules on that one. The only reason I was there was it's because, I was family, and it's just a thing to hang out with. Then my brother invited me to his league, and his league was a little bit normal. It's like $20 to get in. It's like, I don't want to spend $20, but fine. They needed the people. They need the numbers. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll help them out. I'll throw them a bone. Then this year, because of COVID, because of the Rona, a whole bunch of people in the building at the iHeart building decided, you know what, we don't want to go into this league. Blah blah blah. We don't want to do it. So they bailed out. So they needed people. And guess who's a warm body? Basically, me. I'm a warm body, and finally somebody remembered that I'm a human too, and that I play fantasy football sometimes a little bit, that I dabble. And finally, they decided to throw me a bone, and they threw me an invitation, which honestly was a little bit weird because this season I wasn't really planning on playing, but I got the invite and I was gonna take it. By the way, Jigsaw, thank you for the compliment. It is a beautiful belt. It's going to go with me everywhere. I will shower with this thing. I don't care. Anyway, so they threw out the invitation basically because they needed to round out the numbers. Like, that loser, we'll add him. Now, this is a tough league because it's with, first off, a couple of my coworkers, Eddie and Thor, who are fantasy football experts, quote unquote. I don't see them with the belt, but whatever. They're supposed to be expert. They have their own fantasy football podcast. It's moderately successful. It's called Fantasy Freaking Football. And it also has a bunch of other media personalities that are in sports radio stations and former NFL players. So I was like, fuck. Oh man, I'm swimming in some pretty deep waters here. But it doesn't matter. I want to be a part of the game, you know? I just want to be in, coach. I just want to be in. I was invited. I took the opportunity, ran in there, right? And so as soon Eddie invited me on the air, I did not expect it. They invited me on the air. I said yes. And that's when I find out it was $100 to get in. And that's when I was like, fuck. Man, I didn't even want to do fantasy football this year. And I gotta pay you money? Fuck. And then I find out that each transaction is like $2. So I was like, fuck. And so, but I was like, all right, I already said yes, so I'm screwed, right? I already said yes, so I'm screwed. And since I had money in it, I was gonna take it fucking seriously. And it's a lot of fucking money. So the season starts. I felt like I had a pretty decent team. I mean, I gotta break down the whole thing because I don't really think you care about that part of the story. I'm gonna go into more like what happens. But I had a decent team. But the very first week, my team did okay. So let's say an okay game's about 100 points, and I was like at 114. I was like, yeah, all right, I'm doing good. I'm winning my first game. And then I start looking at the other teams, and Eddie's team had 200 fucking points. 200 fucking points. I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, I cannot swim in these waters. It's not possible. So, fortunately, I managed to hang in there. At the end of the season, I ended up coming out in 4th place, which is okay. I tied with the record for the guy who was in 3rd place. And when it came down to the postseason, my team showed up. My boys showed up to play. Other people's boys didn't, and I ended up winning the whole thing. So, basically, I mean, spoiler alert, I won. So that's what happened there. From that point on, I have been impossible to live with. And I mean impossible. I came in the next day kicking down the doors of the studios going, the champ is here! The champ is here! I also bought myself a crown. You see this hat? This really cool red Daredevil hat? That's my crown. So that whenever anybody sees me wearing it, they'll remember that I beat you! I beat you! So, but that's a reference to the Netflix Daredevil TV show for those of you who haven't seen it. For those of you who have, you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the point is, today, I did not expect this, to be honest. I thought that the only thing that I was going to get was the money, which, by the way, the money was great. I already spent a whole bunch of dumb stuff, and what I hadn't spent is it's going to my PS5 fund whenever I am able to find one. But whatever. So, the point is, today, Eddie comes into the studio and says, it's time to present you with the belt. And I was like, I did not think that there was going to be an actual fucking belt. There's an actual freaking belt, and it's solid. Like this is solid. You can knock out a motherfucker with this. Like, I could just be walking around with this, and it's like armor, and it's a weapon too. You know how in the WWE they just knock out fools with the belt? Now I see why. This shit is heavy. Like, it's heavy. Here. Look. Like, holy shit. And so I'm going to show you the moment that Eddie presented said belt to me, because it's on Instagram at the show's Instagram. But here you go. You can see it right here. Well, not exclusively because I was over there, but I'll show it to you. Here you go. This is the moment that Eddie hands me the belt. Enjoy.
I'll be honest with you. I never thought I'd see this day come, but it pains me to do this.
Pains you.
The winner and champion of our iHeart Fantasy Football League in his first year playing.
First year.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion is Dario.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Thank you.
I mean, I dominated the regular season. I don't know how.
I want to thank Stefan Diggs.
Lost the first round.
I want to thank Eddie for losing in the first
I don't
round.
understand.
I want to thank Thor for losing also.
Dario?
Me.
Champion?
Yes.
Ugh.
Undefeated. I might retire. So there you have it. That's how it went down. That's what happened. And so now what I mentioned there at the end is something that I'm actually considering Mob Nasty. Thank you. I appreciate it. And to answer you, Jigsaw, Thor did not cry, unfortunately, or if he cried, I did not see it, but I'm assuming that he did. In my mind, he did cry. Anyway, I mentioned there something that I've actually been considering. Retiring. Right now, if I retire, I am the undefeated champion. I retired the. I'm Alexander the fucking Great. I came in, I kicked ass, I walked out of there. I'm like, you know what? You're too weak. You're too puny. You're puny gods. You don't compare to me, so I might just walk away. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, for the moment, I'm happy. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm going to be fucking impossible to live with, and I mean impossible to live with. Any opportunity I have to throw this in their face, I will. You know why? Because I was a fucking afterthought. I was the dude who was the afterthought. I was the dude who was like, you know what? Let's just take this sucker's money because we need to round up the numbers. But check it out, baby. I was the last pick in the draft, and check it out, baby. I beat all of you. Anyway, so hopefully that you enjoyed that as much as I did. Honestly, it was a tough season. I appreciated the support. It's fun throwing it in their faces, and like I said, I'm kind of an obnoxious little shit when I want to be, and I really want to be one right now. So there you go. That's it. I gotta leave because it's my mom's birthday, and she gets really upset if I'm an obnoxious little bitch with her. But that's it for today. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. You can see this video up there later. It loads by itself. It's gonna be a short one, so hopefully it'll be only be a few hours. But as always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again. What is it? Monday? I might be off. I'm gonna see WandaVision. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing reviews for WandaVision. I might just be like I did for The Mandalorian. I was considering it, but what if it sucks? So Monday, I may just watch WandaVision, and if I like it, I'll do like a full review thing. If I don't, I'll just do I'll just let you know what I thought. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go as deep as I do with other shows, but I'll think about it. I don't know. I'll make up my mind once I see the show. But there you go. Like I said, as always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.